beautiful soul. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Hello, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are in the world. My name is Christine. You can call me Chris. Welcome to another All Signs Tarot. Love Tarot. Love Messages reading, where we are bringing in the energy, checking out the current situation you are in, or heading for, or coming out of. Somebody's thoughts and feelings for you, their intentions, what's on everybody's mind, what's on your mind. Is anyone making a move? Let's see what's going on. This is a timeless reading. You are here when you are meant to be here. It's a general tarot reading, so always take what resonates and let the rest go. All the playlists are linked in the video description. Love Tarot, All Signs Tarot, Love Messages. You'll also find twin flame readings if you're on a twin flame journey. Your zodiac sign, all 12 zodiac signs. So feel free to explore. Let's dig in. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see today. Please show us the cards. Aho. It's a Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, interesting. The Chariot in the upright, Two of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands. You're literally waiting for somebody to make a move. They're holding on to, yeah, the Pentacle, quite literally, as you can see here in the partnership placement. We're looking at our Four of Pentacles here, Sun in Capricorn. Just a reminder when I'm bringing in the astrological elements and zodiac signs, take it or leave it. I just like to read that way. So it's clear to me that this is somebody, I feel like you are, maybe if you're talking to them, it's kind of maybe on the surface or it's broken up. A lot of you, there's a taking a break or a no contact energy, but you are waiting for somebody literally to get clear, like what they want and to make a move. The Two of Wands in reverse, Mars and Aries energy. And it's connecting here with the Ace of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's like this person is in their head. Look, it's really strong here where their energy is strong as well. The Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, Jupiter and Gemini, it's kind of like where we put ourselves, you know. And this is just a really clear indication. And I mean, look, it's right here with the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. What's going on? Look, it's almost like the hand that's here is like, well, you know. Look at our dog is looking a little confused here in our Six of Pentacles today, which is a reciprocal energy. But you can see one of the hearts is full on the scale and bright and full of color and healthy. And the other one looks, yeah, the other one is like really little. There's hardly anything there. It's almost, I think that would be like calcified. Do you know what I mean? Which is it? Like what, how do you feel? What do you want? Literally. Because it's waiting for clarity here in the Ace of Swords. In reverse, I should say. And this Eight of Swords, somebody who's kind of holding themselves back, who's literally holding on to this pentacle. Like, they haven't let you go, but they also haven't made this choice or this move. And now the Chariot is here in the partnership placement, generally an action, you know, a move. It could be a literal journey. Let's see what else is coming through, because it's also connected to the Page of Wands in the upright, who is kind of like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But look at the dog that's here today. They have a collar on, and there's a leash hook here. So there's like a leash. They're wearing a leash, like they're not able to move, I'm wondering. Or is that just them? Because that's a moving kind of energy, but it could be around age. It could be around circumstance. It is connecting to the Nine of Pentacles, which is in reverse. So it's a pretty strong energy around things that are like setbacks, you could say. It's almost like this fourth pentacle we see here. With this dog, look who's come out into the yard and has buried up or dug up these pentacles. Interesting. It's almost like that's the 10th pentacle, and you could say like putting that in the 9 of pentacles there by uprighting it, getting us into a long-term commitment energy. Is it coming? Because there's a little bit of that energy here, and we do have the reciprocity here, but it's also just the deck that I chose for you today. I don't know. It's like somebody unsure. Actually, it's wanting to go here. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that dug up energy. Look, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups is here. 6 of Cups. So this can be a past energy. There's a nostalgic energy to this, and it can be for some of you, you've known each other for a really long time. And the thing about the reunion energy is it can be one that's it really is like being reunited with somebody here that you have been, or maybe you were waiting on them. That's the other thing. The 2 of Wands in reverse is sort of like, you know, it just didn't happen. So it didn't happen. Is it going to happen? Is something changing? Because this is like you're on this person's mind energy. The Chariot, 4 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. By the way, interesting too. The 6 energy does connect us with the 6 major arcana, the Lover's card. So it's clear, there's clear, pun intended, waiting for clarity and feelings, waiting for a move. And it is around the Lover's card. And the other interesting thing here, look at this. The 66 that comes through here, that's actually around an imbalance. Like somebody who, for whatever reason, circumstance, in their head, has been not in balance, and obviously around the reciprocity that's here too, but it's around this person, the 66, and then of course we're looking at the scale here on the 6 of Pentacles. And these are pentacles, you know, contracts, relationships, partnerships, slow moving, but long term. So it can be for some of you that it's going to be very specific what your situation is. But if this is around, you could say platonic and or physical, maybe even some distance for some of you, whereas somebody would need to travel to you, or literally here. That's the thing. Look at this 2 of Wands in reverse connecting with the Chariot, because this can be around literal like movement, travel. It does also connect to the emotions here and around the emotional blocks that are here in the Chariot, like being removed. It's like obstacles out of the way. So I do want to validate if this is, for those of you that it's around literal travel, like coming toward you, getting in a car, plane, train, automobile, that's here. A lot of this is around the wait though for, yeah, like you could say, what it feels like is like completing the picture. Completing the picture kind of energy. Yeah, and this look at the dog even in the 6 of Cups looks a little like those little dogs that if you get too close to them, they're all bark but no bite really. It does look a little bit paranoid or worried. This dog looks a little bit. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, when I hear fear, it's more around, like, maybe the contact. Like somebody who might even be writing some kind of messages and not sending them. King of Cups is in reverse. Oh my gosh. Knight of Swords, upright. Yeah, here's the thing. Waiting on hearing about their feelings, whether they go deeper perhaps. Were you waiting on the reciprocity in that? You know, are the feelings the same? Are they not? King of Cups is in reverse. Pisces energy, the master of emotions, you know, connected to like a confused dog. That's what I wanted. Confused, that's the word that I want to use here. So connecting to our chariot is the Knight of Swords. Our knight on the move who has a lot to say, and what they have to say might change some things. So yeah, this reunion kind of energy does feel like it's around, oh, the Magician is in reverse. The King of Swords, exactly. That it's around communicating. It's around a message or a phone call. If you can see each other, we could be looking at an actual event, and that's going to be really specific. But look at our King of Swords here today. That sword is transactional. It's clarity in a relationship. It's truth. It's communication. And this is Gemini and Mercury energy. And as I talk about at the Tarot Closet pretty much always, Mercury, of course, the planet of the mind and communication, it's strongly connected to reading and writing. And that's already been coming through that. It's somebody who, yeah, clear that there's some kind of communication coming in here that you might not be expecting, or maybe it's just like, also like finally, you know, because things have not reached the potential here. That's been really clear. And that's the validation with our Magician in reverse. Gemini and Virgo energy. It is like an unfulfilled kind of potential energy. Yeah. So that's sort of like in between the Fool and the High Priestess. Revealing feelings and taking chances. But you know what's going on. Like you've been maybe you were, and you're not anymore, waiting on this person. But there's pretty strategic around it. There's a lot of thought going into it. They are thinking about this. And this is the thing. It's like kind of jumping on the chariot and just going. Look at our dog today, kind of panting, coming out of the stormy water, holding onto a sword. Almost like they can't get to you fast enough to say what they want to say. Oh, yeah. Wow. 7 of Cups in reverse. Venus and Scorpio energy. So somebody who's getting some, are they finally getting some clarity? Are you finally going to hear how they feel, what they want? Because that's a strong energy around waiting. Some of you may have been in a long-term connection with this person, built it or, well, yeah, that's the thing. Either you were in it, you were building it, or it was on the table. And it might be that it's like a kind of in the rearview mirror energy in some ways. Queen of Pentacles is also here in reverse. Yeah, and this is like my Empress energy, like my protege to the Empress, and this reversal energy is not exactly very healing. And yeah, like this person, they're holding, if they have these feelings, they're holding on to them. You know what I mean? Reciprocity, like that's what it feels like. King of Cups in reverse, and you just need to know. Or maybe you wanted to know and then you gave up knowing, and you're going to know. 7 of Swords. Yeah, it's a runner kind of energy. The readings today, this is how it's going. These are yours. The readings today are very, I don't know, what's the word I want to use? They're just like in my face. I don't know, the last couple of days. The 7 of Wands is here, Mars and Leo, and that is a defensive energy. Look, and it's here with the King of Swords, and it's here with, well, there's two things with our 7 of Cups in reverse. There's this person getting clarity here. Like, maybe it's just coming out of left field. Do you know what I mean? And it's also you, because that can be around like needing to come out of some kind of illusions, and maybe you already have, you know? And just even the 7 of Swords that came down and the 7 of Cups in reverse, that's a 77, and that's, for me, that's kind of like about getting on the right path. It's an energy shift, a realignment kind of energy. So it is really super clear. Look, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, King of Cups in reverse. That it's someone that you were either dating or you've known a long time and it's been a strong friendship. or physical, and there's more that you were already heading for, or you wanted it, or you were planning on it, and then this person just maybe bolted. Aquarius and Uranus energy, by the way. The sun is in reverse, and that's really interesting. So we're still here. Look in the moon, because the moon is also here. And yeah, what's hiding here? Look where it just went, actually, with the King of Cups in reverse. What's still not being revealed? King of Cups in reverse, the feelings, the sun in reverse, a delay in that, like it not being revealed. And it's like a waiting energy, and it's like sick of waiting, and kind of a sad energy around waiting. I also wanted to validate in that Queen of Pentacles energy, connecting me to my Empress, is around a lot of the emotional honesty and emotionally available energy. That's what I wanted to say here, but it's in reverse. So like this is somebody who's really held on to that and ran. And they are appearing in your life. That's the thing. So whether you already know they are, you've already seen them, or they're showing up somewhere or sending a message in, I understand the defensive energy, because it's like, well, yeah, I'm tired. Look. And what's coming in as the dog here is holding on to the 7th wand. So you can see those are 6 of wands. And that's somebody who wants to get your attention. Jupiter and Leo, by the way. The 10 of wands is here. It's actually in reverse. And yeah, so I think you have a decision to make here. Did I see that High Priestess energy, or am I imagining that? I'm feeling like it's here anyway. The 10 of Wands, Jupiter and Sagittarius, is like, okay, I'm just getting tired here, This is a lot. And it's like putting the wands down. So that could definitely be connecting for you in terms of just being tired of waiting on this runner for whatever specifically it is you're waiting for. But I am also feeling like that for some reason, well, it's clear, for some reason this person is coming back into your energy. They're thinking about you. So it could also be, I want to validate if it's connecting to like a time of year that means something to you. Running into other people perhaps, or hearing something about you that has them like all like, okay. Because you are on their mind and there is communication coming in. It's just clear that you were, a lot of you might still be, but some of you were waiting on this person. Yeah. So I want to validate a couple of things. One, I do feel like there's already been maybe some kind of discord is the word I want to use, but yeah, things said between the two of you. But I also want to validate having this conversation or messages that it could get kind of emotional. In particular, if you see each other somewhere, it might be that somebody has a vice too. That's interesting. So if playing a part in that has been somebody's like not making a choice between something that is really doing them no good or anybody any good, like a vice, which could be connected to water energy, okay? That is here. It might have played a part for some of you. Yeah, because it's also like in the 7 of Cups here, even though it is in reverse, it's like getting out of illusion and getting clarity, making the choice. I don't know. It's like, is this person coming back in with this is where I'm at now? Because on one hand, that is here, but on the other hand, here it is what I also feel. It's the 2 of Pentacles. Capricorn and Saturn energy, it's like it's either this or this. So it was one of these pentacles was yours, which they're holding onto in the 4 of Pentacles still, and one was something else. So it's like you were on the verge maybe of taking it to another level, whatever that means for you, whether it's getting more serious, going from platonic and physical, or long distance to coming together. Or if we're looking at, yeah, bigger things, you know, long-term energy, moving in kind of energy. The Ace of Cups is here with the Ace of Wands. And it is connecting with this person who's coming in sort of like, hello, you know. And also look what is in here. That's the other thing, the Chariot, the Ace of Cups. Are you getting clarity on feelings finally? Are they around you still? For some of you, that might be the case. And for a lot of you, it might be like coming out of left field, you know. The Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, it's around the emotions, the water energy, around the relationship. It's overflowing. There's a healing energy here, of course. The sun is blocked by the dog that's here and also the clouds, it looks like. It is in reverse, so it's not surprising. Ace of Wands is in reverse. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And that's just more of a delay around this, around here. It really is more of that energy of hearing like about their feelings and what they want. So there is some revealing energy that's here. It's been hidden maybe for some of you for a long time. Yeah, it really does feel like unexpected, like it's gonna, like just kind of like this energy when you least expect it. I want to show you actually. I was kidding her. I'm sitting here going, almost like a dog who's getting ready to go chase a ball. And to shuffle the deck, and I was compelled to look at the bottom of the deck. Look, competition. Not really clear where that is fitting in at this point. Maybe it's not. I'm not reading Oracle in reverse. Let's see if there's anything validating or insightful that we need to look at. The bottom of the deck, Solitude. Yeah, so this is connecting with the Hermit energy for me. And that really is an energy around this person, especially the Six of Cups. Look, the solitude of like, you're on their mind. And it has this nocturnal energy too. So yeah, we could, and the sun in reverse and the moon in the upright. So it's kind of like somebody who's up in the night, and if there's something coming up, even like a school reunion, you're on their mind and they're processing all the information, you know. But again, it's just in general that, yeah, they're in their head here. And it's a validation for me that there is some, for some of you, it's total separation, or again, like a break. Courage to get out of there. Yeah, gosh, and make this call. Send the message, walk up to you if that's the case. Cycles. Cycles here connecting. Wow, just even actually how it's connecting with our Six of Cups today. That it can be, this is someone you've been in this cycle with for a while that you've known a long time. But it's also around the cycle we're currently in, and the cycle that hasn't quite ended yet, of what's still hidden here. Creativity. What I like about this is it's like uprighting the magician. It's like somebody taking some inspired action. The magician being connected specifically to the solar plexus chakra, I do. Also where the Chariot is connected, and it's in the upright, and the sun, which is in reverse. So around that move, as well as the throat chakra I speak. So it's kind of like uprighting that and finding a way to communicate. Detachment. Are you, or will you? You know, that's for you to decide. You have free will. Your person does. Everyone does. The future is not fixed. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, and they do change. But I want to, because look, I mean, it is somebody who we have a runner here. You know, not being honest about feelings is clear. Running away from the connection on some level, obviously. Look, the two hearts here are kind of flying around. It's almost like the red thread of fate, but they almost look like a balloon, you know, and the foxes are here. They're like separated. This is the other thing I do want to validate too. It's really specific what I'm hearing, but if it is also a connection to a vice, that could be the case. But it does really feel more like kind of how things have been or where they could potentially be going. Oh, wow. Okay. So there is an intense emotional conversation here that is coming. Getting out literally of no contact, no communication, and or in separation. Look, we have battle here and broken. A lot of this connects to where it's been, but it's also connecting to where it could go. And again, that is not up to me. I'm just the messenger here. Look, and there are poppies around that, which is always connecting for me to needing to make peace, you know? Wow, cycles, this person from the past, for a lot of you, battle broken. So yeah, like what do they have to say? I think you're probably going to want to know, but it could get intense. And is this going to go somewhere where there's some kind of new decisions being made, you know? Not really incredibly clear. With our Ace of Cups, pretty much, I would say the only upright energy in terms of like an offer. I don't really necessarily think that's what it is. It's really an emotional, intense conversation, one of which you might have already had too. I want to bring in some channeled love messages, okay? And let's see what is coming through here. So right out of the gate, we have you were the best thing in my life. And that's the other thing. Look, courage is here connecting to Ace of Cups and then solitude. It's like where things, I feel like, currently are. But also you could say fear around that. It's also around the communication here now, but it does connect to this energy of what happened. I bury myself in work to forget you. It's also here with broken. That's interesting. I can't stop thinking about you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I wonder if you are happy without me. Look at that. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Yeah, that's actually really clear. I regret lying to you. Oh, what is that around? It's the Seven of Swords here, actually. King of Cups in reverse. Is this around the feelings? Is there something else specifically there? Around money, person, place, or thing? I wish I had treated you better. The timing just wasn't right for us. Well, there's an I love you that just got sent through. In a lot of this reading, it's been like, well, how do you feel? What do you want? Or how did you feel? What did you want? Is this coming in for you? Around the conversation? It's here now anyway. The last two, I hid who I really am from you. Hello. That camera makes me absolutely nuts. I don't know if you missed anything, but just in case you did, the I love you came through. And what I was saying about the I love you is it's a lot of what's been going on in the reading is like, how did you feel or how do you feel? Like, I need to know. I'm sick of waiting here. So I just wanted to tell you there it is. It is right above the King of Swords, so it's a very clear message. And obviously could be connecting to what feels like a very out-of-the-blue conversation, unexpected conversation that's quite emotional. I hid who I really am from you came in. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I wish I had treated you better. The timing wasn't right for us. I think the rest got picked up by the camera. I don't know. It ends at a certain point. It makes me crazy. That's what it does. It's not about the battery. So I feel you even though we were apart is what I was holding on to when it happened. So that's a validation for a lot of you that you are, you know, which is not surprising at all. Oh my gosh. Well, here we go. It's what it is. Look, I want to tell you how I feel. Right here above the King of Swords, next to I love you, the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. I feel you leaving me behind. Yeah. So that is your reading today. Thank you for watching. It's been my honor channeling for you. I appreciate you being here. I'm sending you love and light and all good things. Hoping you're well and looking forward to seeing you at another love reading soon.